Assalamu alaikum, bitches. It's me, your man, Commie Mark, your friendly neighborhood communist. Just trying going past classic stuff. Joined as ever by the first brother of the revolution, stencilite Jan is here. Greetings, comrade. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good actually. I feel a lot better. Of course, Billy's here as well. Hello, Billy. Wagwan.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy, indeed. And then I don't know. Kenzo's here as well. Hello, Kenzo, brother. How are you?
I am. Yep, definitely.
Yeah, good. Hello.
Mhm.
So big show today. I'm actually excited.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to showing you what I've been up to, like for the last few weeks or whatever, trying to pull all of this together.
Interesting.
But before we get onto my bullshit, it's been 2 months, maybe 3 months, maybe a quarter since we last done a show. Like we had a big break. I went on holiday to Morocco and stuff. And in that time, Jan has joined us in becoming a father or whatever. So congratulations, Jan. Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations on no longer being a virgin, first of all, but also for being
Yeah.
a new father. You having fun? Like, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Best job ever.
It, it is cool. I'm really enjoying it, and I told you that I wasn't gay.
Yeah.
This proves it. Proves it. I'm like Elton John.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So do we call you Big Papa now or Dan?
Daddy. No, don't. No, Baba is normally what I get called.
Yaddy.
Yaddy. Yaddy. No, it's no, that it depends. It depends. But yeah, it's very good. I'm loving it. It's 4 hours sleep a night, but I don't care.
Yeah.
'Cause,
You know what helps? Meth.
yeah. What did surprise me
Because they'll take
though,
the kids away, like if you do enough
was the scat. Let's call it that. The different types of scat which can come out of such a small creature.
Well, we can just say poo, you know?
The poop.
Yeah.
Mm.
Le popo.
When it's like literally like tar that you would waterproof a roof with. That's strange.
Yeah. And then it'll look sometimes like 2 carrots or something, you know?
Or green.
Or green, yeah.
Green poop.
Yeah, and you're like,
I don't know.
um,
Milk uses green shit.
It can be explosive
Crazy.
too. It can be very explosive.
Yeah. You're,
yeah.
there's nobody else that you would clean up their shit. Do you know what I mean? Holy shit! Just got a
I don't know.
$50 super chat from Ian
back
so
this.
forth.
I'm sorry
Wow.
to hear it's cancelled. Don't refund me cause I'll only do it again.
I don't know if the sound of the robot reading it out comes through to the chat. Let me know if it does.
No, it
But let me just read it
Oh,
out just in case.
it
Ian
might
so
to the
forth
chat.
for £50, 50 great British pounds, the best ones, says I forgot about this. I'm sorry to hear it's cancelled. Don't refund me because I'll only do it again. Thank you. That's so gracious. But what I would if you could still fill out the form so that I can mark you off on the list still, that I've spoken to you.
I know you've just given me 50 pound silver, but can
But
you
I can't
please
be
go
bothered.
do some paperwork for me?
Actually, no, you're absolutely right. This name, I can match that myself. That's just laziness on my part.
It get me to do it for him.
What a
for free.
banging start. I just want to say we've got 21 people in the chat already. Incredible. I wanted to point out some of these. Earthmind says, lol, congrats, Jan. Hope you guys are doing well. Lots of people are very happy for you in the chat.
you.
Peppermint Space Capsule says, stencil father, Jan. That's a good one. Oh, and
Yeah.
speaking of fathers, Piper has arrived. Hello, welcome. Hello. Yeah, there's a
Piper,
lot.
did you know Krishna Kid's being canceled?
Oh yeah, I heard.
It's crazy.
Jay Williams is here. Aria Black says, "We still love you, Comic Mark. Thank you." I mean, cool.
Aw.
Brainwashed. That is, isn't it? Crowfire Studios. This is a bummer. It is like it's sad, but at the same time, like it's the right thing. Like I'll get to the campaign that I've put together to show you in a second. Alex says the
It's
tank.
bittersweet.
Yeah, I think that's a fair way to describe
Yeah.
it. Tree Goblins here as well. Alex VRB, lots of people. It's great, great stuff. So let's just start.
You didn't say hi to you didn't say hi to Arvid too. Arvid's here.
All
I
right.
did, but hello again. Let me find the start. Here we go. So
Look,
you
Mark,
may.
before you start, can you go back to your picture of is that Stalin in the background before?
Lenin, that is.
Lenin, sorry. Is that Charlie Chaplin 3 rows back?
Here. Oh,
I'm pointing
here.
at the screen like somebody can see my finger. Next,
You know, right,
next to the guy with the
Right
with the
there.
bowler hat on.
Oh.
That guy.
You can see my mouse, right? Where are you
Yeah.
pointing? Here, this
Yeah.
one. I can see like a much more deep
Yeah.
seriousness in his eyes, like up close on the
I don't
screen.
think
you can tell it. Yeah, you can tell it's not Stalin because there's people in the photo next to him.
There's people in the photo.
Yeah. I
Cheap
I
shot.
do not think that that's Charlie Chaplin. The head's too long.
Yeah,
The face is too long.
that was my first thought.
Yeah. That was a popular mustache back then. It was very good Aryan mustache.
they should bring it back.
Michael Jordan did for like a hot minute there. I was like, whoa, that's a choice.
Just looking down at my
It's a
phone,
bold
like,
choice.
I just looked down at my phone again, and then saw that £50 super chat again. Like,
Yeah.
just, wow! Like, thank you so much. Okay, so let's
There
get
is a
into it.
reason why that moustache exists, by the way.
Well,
If you want a very quick
Yeah.
lesson into it, it's because from the First World War, people used to have very big moustaches, and then because of the gas attacks, because they invented chemical weapons, the respirators they were using, they went from cloth hoods to being pressed onto the face. And as you know, if you wear a respirator, you have to be clean shaven. So they just kept that bit there of their old moustache as like a remnant to say, I
am a
could
man.
grow a big moustache.
I was gonna say, I do grow facial hair, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a Yan mustache, one might say.
Some might say. Go a bit away from
I'm not gay and I can grow facial hair, see?
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm manly.
I'm man.
I think that's a very nice super chat that you got, and it's
I'm touched.
yeah. Well, I mean,
What a great
It's for
opening
being-
as well, like to set the tone.
it's
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's a nice way to set the tone for being a very honest, forthright creator, and
Yeah.
when you knew things were going wrong, not fucking around with the people that supported you to begin with. Like,
Such a nice
I think this anti-campaign that you're running is the very first of its kind. Like,
well,
Yes.
a lot of
you're
people.
first among men.
There's a lot of people who don't know, like that. So that's what I'm getting to right here. You can see I posted a Krishna Kid update, and I've deleted the entire campaign page and just replaced it with the update, which everybody's seeing. I shared a screenshot of that on Twitter, and that was in public for everyone to see. But 30 minutes, an hour before that, I sent out emails to all of the backers of the campaign, like explaining about what I'm about to do, like ahead of everyone else finding out, like because that
Yeah.
would be the cool thing to do. And this, I'm just going to read it very quickly. It says Krishna Kid is cancelled. Some 982 days after the campaign closed, I've made the decision to shut down the whole thing. There will be no book, there will be no fulfillment, the campaign is over. I know this isn't what anyone wanted to hear, but it is what it is. If you're expecting more, I suggest you tune in tonight for this, what we're doing right now. Because I was trying to... In the last couple of weeks, we saw like the Rob Hunter thing, like, and this is like, I can't. This. That's what the public saw in it, but with the backers, that's a different story. Like backers received an email explaining like the plan and the link to this, which is my great refund campaign, the anti-campaign that we're doing. Like you can see here that it's on Indiegogo. Like we're gonna do it backwards.
That's where I buy my underwear.
You didn't go with Audi Go-Go. I'm kind of sad.
Well, Indiegogo is like a negative in it. Like oh
Yeah.
wow, there's so
But
much.
I mean, in, out. That's why.
David Feed says honesty is a rare trait nowadays. Should have done best career too. Okay, so David Feed says one part of the campaign fulfilled, right? The Matt Barr drawn comic. 1/4 of the campaign for like I said that it was going to be three Krishna Kid books.
Wait. Can I explain this part?
Yes,
You can
please
take
do.
You can take a breath for a second because you're getting a little flustered. I can see it. Okay. To answer your question, Hans, all of the covers for the entire Krishna Kid campaign were drawn by Matt Barr and colored by myself. The we'll call it book 0, which was the Duradana Purana. Anybody that ordered just that book did get that book, but the remaining chapters of what would have been chapter 1, 2, and 3, money was spent. Much of the comic was produced, but it is still being canceled, and that will never see the light of day.
I kind of upset with that part.
Go on.
Munya!
Oh, Bristolian Dave's here. He says, has it really been 892 days? Yeah, I was disgusted, like, when Google told me that. Like, it's so long. And yeah, the campaign's not 982 days late. Like, I've seen people conflate those two things. Like, I didn't say it was going to deliver the day the campaign closed. Anyway,
Alex VRB says I'm echoing. Am I echoing?
Didn't sound like it to me.
I don't hear any echoing coming from you. We're up to 27 viewers now. That's pretty good. So I'm going to go through the refund campaign. As you can see, it's built like a regular campaign.
Yeah, I am echoing on the stream, by the way. I don't know why.
Wait, where is he in?
Apparently he is a little echoey. Are you doing anything to fix it, Billy, or shall I try here?
I mean, I have headphones, so
Yeah, you shouldn't really have that issue, should you?
yeah. You're not echoing, but all of your guests are echoing. So is Piper.
Okay.
Oh shoot, I don't hear nothing.
Oh, yeah. That fixed it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. We'll fix all of that in post. Alright, the Great Refund campaign. Comic Mark delivers news of the cancellation of Krishna Kid and attempts to restore the confidence of backers by launching the self-aware meta refund campaign. You can see here that I've recreated the Indiegogo page. This is the total amount that we raised in US dollars, the number of backers, and then beneath that, I'm counting back every dollar, like that I'm fulfilling. I can't quite say refunding because that would be like not quite true. This number does include some refunds, but also includes those people that Billy was talking about who received their complete tiers. Like we'll come to it later. Like it's all explained. Like it's all there. So you can see like we're over 10% done already. Like on the first day, a bunch of refund requests have come in today. Like I've done 2 of them so far, but because I was getting ready to do the show, like and all of that stuff, like they are happening like already. Like people have had their money back. Billy, is this right and too small for you to see?
I can blow it up, but I am still echoing. I thought it fixed it, but we are all of you sound perfect, but all of your guests are still echoing.
I don't hear.
Peppermint Space
No.
Capsule says it's not a digital echo, more like a tiled bathroom echo.
It's almost like a
Mr.
reverb.
Solomon says, how come Mark isn't wearing one of those posh tall paper hats with the cool writing on? I 100% have a meme that I made of a Chinese struggle session exactly like with one of those hats on. Brando says that there is no echo.
He says there is no echo.
Michael McCartney says the echo is fine. It isn't irritating, but it fit like I read that as sarcasm. Like so, I'm not sure. Mr. Yonafoy says silence one by one. That's probably the right thing to do. Billy is now silenced. Like someone else talk.
Hi.
Hyper is not echoing.
Yeah, Kenzo's already muted. And where's Yan? I didn't even notice that he disappeared.
That's what I asked earlier. So what happened to Yan?
Man.
I guess I'm the only one that has a slight echo.
Yeah, Peppermint Space Capsule says it's fine. Rock on, fellas. Michael McCartney says, you would think I would be sarcastic.
Oh, wait, now Piper is echoing. Okay, weird.
I already said nothing.
It's on a 30-second delay, so it's when I'm hearing it, it's pretty far after, you know.
Yeah, and I just realized I have the YouTube muted.
Yeah.
So y'all are probably
Yeah.
I'm
Every-
yeah,
we're
that's
not
why I'm
even
over here
doing
like
it.
everything's fine, everything's
Yeah.
great.
Everybody in the chat is saying, don't worry, just fucking carry on. Like, so let's just carry on.
Okay, so you want me to
Like,
you want me to
the
read
people
this?
have spoken.
Yeah.
Yes, if you don't mind, like, there is quite a lot. You don't have to read it all, hopefully.
Yep.
I'll do some.
Oh, you know what would be easier for me to read it is if I just brought the page up.
Yeah, you could do that, because it's a real website that anyone can visit.
Can you put it in the private chat so I can bring it up here to read?
I will, yeah. And then I am going to, at the end of the show, like, share that with everyone else, finally, so they can read it at their own... not everyone's going to come and watch the fucking stream, are they? Like, I was only keeping it between me and the backers for a few hours, like, just to see what would happen. Where are you, Billy? Here, private chat. Okay, here you go, paste. Alright, that should be there. Another
right.
super chat from David Feed for.
Read comics. Carry on.
Yeah, thank you, comrade. David Feed for 5 Swiss francs says, "Keep calm, read comics, carry on." Thank you, comrade. It's very kind of you. Pixel Trainer is here as well. Hello, greetings. Yeah, cool. You ready, Billy? Are you good?
Yes. Brought to you by Indiegogo, Krishna Kid, The Great Refund Campaign. The Great Refund Campaign is a 30-day experimental tragic comedy performance art masterpiece masquerading as customer service. The plan is simple: to restore the balance of karma in our comic book timeline by performing a meta self-aware struggle session reverse crowdfund campaign. We could finish the book, run away with the money, refund everyone, or perform a meta self-aware struggle session reverse crowdfund campaign from the controversial mind behind Kim Il-sung and Best Korea. Join Kami3 Mark as he attempts the impossible once again. Not to launch a comic, but to end one with class.
Alright, hang on, we got another super chat. $10 from the Crooked Painter says, "For drugs, not refunds." Thank you, comrade. Pixel Trader says, "This voiceover is a tragic comedy."
Oh dear. Can you hear me, by the way?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can, yes. Hello,
Good.
welcome back.
I had to put on a different camera. The fans on my computer fired up, kicked me completely out of everything, and then said the camera didn't work anymore.
Oh.
So, yeah, good times.
Perth Comics in the chat asks, "Can I get a refund having not backed the original?" Like, that does, I do specify that, like, in the terms and conditions. That we'll get to, like, I've built a whole fucking campaign, like, we're literally doing an anti-campaign, like, in reverse. Okay. This next part, if you're ready, please, Billy.
Oh no.
I'll never forget the flash of inspiration as it hit me on the living room floor.
Oh, Billy,
The
this
entire
is
concept
Billy,
of Krishna
Billy.
Kid illuminated.
Billy. This is like me speaking. Can you do it in my voice? You know, like.
Yeah. I'll never forget the flash of inspiration as it hit me on the living room floor. The entire concept of Krishna Kid illuminated every corner of my mind simultaneously, or whatever. At the speed of light, these incredible images and stories that people didn't even know they wanted to hear instantly reimagined in this visual aesthetic that they didn't even know that they needed, or whatever. And I couldn't wait to tell them. If I was a theist, I'd have sworn it was a vision of divine inspiration. Either way, I knew it was a winner immediately, or whatever.
It's like it's going in like it starts comic mark, then it goes to Johnny Scab, but through Australia or something like.
The camp.
And some more like us. Yeah.
I literally said like
campaign-
as it popped up. Go on, sorry. Go on, Billy.
Well, because I'm trying to do like not just do your tonal, but like read the vowels like a Brit would, and my brain doesn't quite work that way, so that's why it's kind of like in and out, especially on a first time read.
It's fine.
Think of Ozzy Osbourne. How Ozzy Osbourne speaks.
Yeah, I don't listen to him speak.
But yeah, he's like from my town or whatever. Go on. Let's have
The
some more.
campaign raised a whopping £12,587 from a total of 219 backers on Indiegogo. That's a little bit Australian. If you're reading this email, then that's you. Thank you. Support from the Comics Geek community was better than I, as a communist, could have hoped for, or whatever. Not the financial redistribution, but the retweets, promos, and YouTube hosts kind of enough to platform my vision. All of that, everything, every drop of blood and sweat that was you guys. The Krishna Kid campaign raised more than both my previously crowdfunded works, Best Career and Not Daredevil, combined, or whatever.
Still missing some likers.
In fact, the very first and only Indian comic publishing house to lay eyes on Krishna Kid was eager to publish it across the entire subcontinent or whatever to potentially billions of customers. That's nice, but without you, the proletariat, and the bots in the chat supporting my dream from the beginning, none of this would have ever been possible. The belief that you guys have shown me in this is truly priceless, and that's why I'm giving everyone their money back
Or whatever.
whatever.
This meme is great. I really like it.
I think that's one of the actual best. That actually doesn't look like shit Photoshop for you. That actually looks intentional and quite good.
Oh, Billy, don't say that.
I know. I had to be a little cruel. I'm sorry. I mean, there's no stray pixels or anything. It doesn't feel too harsh or abrupt. You could have had the head facing the other way because of the body direction, but I like it because it's almost like you're giving out money and then turning back hey, what are you doing over there?
I'm trying to get that angle. I'm trying to. It's
What that is.
There's the way that your body's facing, I imagine, is the line of people lining up to get their money, and then all of a sudden you've turned your head the other way to realize how long the line is wrapping around the building.
What that is me making sure that everybody sees that I'm giving the money back. Which is very much what this whole thing is.
You getting this, guys?
Oh, and then it says almost everyone, because there are terms and conditions. Right? So we're at the free commentary at Comics for Comrades section next.
As a gesture of my sincere gratitude and appreciation, we are offering a free digital comics from the Comi 3 Mark back catalog to any backer who requests them. Get your dirty capitalist pig dog hands on the cult classic The Adventures of Kim Il-sung and Best Korea, a revolutionary romp through Korea's alternate history. Grab both the reappropriated Golden Age classic Not Daredevil Origins and the hilarious sequel Not Daredevil versus the KKK, where our hero uncovers a conspiracy involving the Klan, the Scarlet Skull, and experimental race swapping technology or whatever. And finally, the Mahabharata, inspired by the tragedy, the Duryodhana Purana, which, if I may be so bold, is fucking excellent or whatever. easily like my favorite work to date. I highly recommend you at least grab this one. Like, chances are, if you are a long time supporter, you may already have like some of these older books, but only a handful of copies of the Duradana Purana like exist out there in the wild. Just a little something to say. Thanks for believing in me, or whatever.
Alright, there was some
I'm
chats.
getting the pacing, I think, a little bit better as I go on.
A note that has come up in the chat is that I don't say like, I say liker in it.
That's what I was trying to
oh,
say. It's like
Everyone spells
Like,
it. Everyone spells it as the word like, then a space, and then UH. But that's not what it is. It's like.
Maharaba ba 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 ba.
Thank you.
I'm sure that you have a feeling.
Oh, hang on.
like
I would just want to. There's a chat. There's a
Hold on.
chat that I wanted to address from Well Read
Oh, okay.
Comics.
Sorry.
Being the first person, like 30, 40 minutes in the show or whatever, to ask the question. So are we getting refunds for the project? Like if you backed it, you can have a refund. Perth Comic
great.
says I have Duradana Purana. That is how you pronounce it. Like, yeah. And Citizen Ronin says spelled Likah.
Leica.
But no, that's not it either. What I'm actually saying is the word like space and then the letters E and R. As a shortened version of like say.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Like
Oh, like I just heard like
But it
Interesting.
sounds like I'm saying like us, but like the Russian dog that they blasted into space or whatever. Like, but that's not what I'm saying.
Like that.
Well, Red Comics says, cool, I'll reach out for one, thanks. So you have in your email inbox, if you backed it before the Indiegogo update went up, in your email inbox, there's an email that explains all of this. All you have to do is reply to that, and you'll be put on the list to get a refund. It's all explained. I just watched the show. We're about to explain it all now.
yeah. So, Mark, did you already put together a digital file, for how they're going to redeem their digital copies or whatever?
Yeah.
Whatever.
So like I said, I've already done 2 refunds since I got home from work. Those people, after they filled out their forms, they received their refund and then an email saying, I've sent your refund. Here's the books that you asked for out of the back catalogue.
This is so kind of cool and well put together that I would also as a contributor on this project like to throw something in there as a gesture of goodwill, but that doesn't require any effort on my part.
Uh-huh.
I think it would be nice to have all 4 wraparound covers in their full resolution added into that little package so that people, if they'd like to have them as phone wallpapers or screen wallpapers, they would be able to have those in their full form. So you'd get 4 covers in their full 16:9 ratio at a high resolution so that you can put faces or memes on them or have them as your background or something like that. Because I don't think the wraparound covers really translate to a digital comic form. And since they're never getting any version of that, for memories. And I'll remind Mark so that anybody that gets a refund, you'll get those 4 high resolution images. Or you can. My DMs are open. You can DM me, and I will gladly share them with anyone that whether you backed or not, like for the memories of this project, that great
Yeah.
project that didn't happen.
Well, Perth
But
Comics.
may I just say, please do not send Billy any dick pics. That's not what he's asking for.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
He will ask for them if he wants them.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
So sometimes he never fucking shuts up about it, does he?
exactly. I just want to clarify that.
Pixel Trader with a note saying that it's probably in your spam folder. Like a certain number of the emails that went out without subject titles. Like so they
Yeah.
may have gone into people's spam folders. So do check them. And obviously, I'm gonna keep emailing people who haven't filled out the form. Because the aim is in 30 days, like that will have given it all back. Tree Goblin says, send your bank details to Liam Gray for your refund. Savage. Dr. Ben says, those comrades who didn't back the campaign should also get a refund on principle. Anyone who didn't back the campaign can 100% have their money back. I will commit to that. Alright, let's get onto this struggle session part down here.
I'm sure that you have feelings about Krishna Kid, about this refund campaign, even about me or whatever. And honestly, I want to hear them. This is your chance to speak freely or whatever.
I feel some kind of way.
While I sit beneath the banner of my own failure and receive your words, this cleansing fire of the people's judgment. When comrades complete their refund request forms, there's a designated section to leave a comment. Every comment submitted will be treated as free super chat and read aloud during one of the live struggle session broadcasts. Tell me how you feel. Roast me, mock me, call me names or whatever, offer solidarity, denounce me as a counter-revolutionary grifter, or reaffirm your faith in our revolutionary cause. Oh,
Is that the commie way of saying pull up?
Yeah, in the free super chat section.
Pull me, degenerate. Beat me. Beat me. Spank me. Spank me.
Oh my god.
That's what it sounded like.
oh,
What denigrated?
yeah, spank me. All statements will be read aloud, uncensored, unedited, uncomfortable, or whatever, because this isn't just about refunds. It's about accountability. It's about ritual humiliation or whatever. It's about healing the communist way. Your voice matters, and a good leader listens to his people or whatever.
Yes, thank you, Billy. So the point is that when you fill out your refund request form, there is a box for you to put in a section that will read out next week on the first struggle session episode. That's just gonna be a compilation of people slagging us off or whatever. Slagging us off. I include everyone else in that then. Slagging me off or whatever.
Kind of like slagging us off or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. This is maybe my favourite comment so far, outside of a £50 super chat, of course. Glacier Mountain Comic says, I warned Krishna Kid about his butter addiction. I know a spiral when I see one. It's very funny because Krishna Kid loves butter, that's his thing, and very good. Shame, shame, shame.
Shame, shame, shame.
Shame.
Ooh.
Boo. The hiss
Yeah.
of this man.
Victor Shade says, "Let the commie mark show trial begin." That's it. Exactly.
So are we gonna, like, the next couple streams we do just have a segment at the beginning where you read off the comments from refundees? Like, we'll just have like a special
Yeah.
segment for that.
Yeah. Like, so far,
That's like a outrageous or whatever.
so far, only one of the people who have filled out their refund request form have, like, bothered is the wrong word. Only one person has left a message, like, for us to read out. Like, so if you're watching this and you're still yet to claim your refund, then put something in there, like, we'll read it out. Like, you can be mean or be cool, like, I don't mind. Arvid in the chat asks, what if we want to give you more money, Comic Mark? Like, as long as
I
you
like
are-
that he calls you Kami 3. I like that he calls you Kami 3, Mark. Like, as
I actually use that abbreviation myself now sometimes, like, because I thought, oh yeah, that looks pretty cool actually, like, I like it. But the answer to your question is, you can give me more money, but the book still, like, there is no amount of money that I could be given extra that would mean that the book wouldn't be already 3 years late, that it wouldn't make it take even longer than where we are now, like, and we're about to get to, like, the Y section, and I think that we
Well,
No.
and I'm
Kick
gonna,
that.
as the kids say, glaze you for a second here, Mark. I want everybody
hell
to
does that mean?
understand.
I hope it doesn't mean he's gonna come on me.
I know, right? That was my first thought. I'm like, that sounds gross. What is this?
I'm going to glaze you like a Krispy Kreme.
Is everyone should understand, like, Mark didn't just not do anything for this past 980 some odd days. Like,
That's right.
he paid for, all the covers to get drawn and colored and produced. He paid an artist for 3 years to work on this comic.
Vinny
There was a lot
drew issue 1 twice, and the second time that I
Twice.
made him draw it again, it was twice as long as it was the first time. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
he did so much work, like everything that I asked of him, like he did, like, it's not on him at all. And there's enough material that I could cut 2 issues of a book, like, really easily out of what I have, but it's not the 2 issues that I said on the campaign that I would deliver. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's, Billy is making the point
Yeah.
exactly that I haven't been sitting
So-
with my thumb
so-
up my
so
ass. Like,
Mark-
we've been doing shit. Like, it just hasn't worked.
Mark at personal expense. Mark has spent his own personal wealth, his own peace of mind, and his own 3 years of his time to attempt to put this book together for the last 987 days.
It's countless.
And is still he's going to absorb that cost to himself, and is still offering a refund for potentially every single person that backed this book.
Okay,
Yeah.
Billy, I am gonna stop
And
here.
also remember that mixed it up.
I thought the kids
They-
called that sweeping.
They do. But I want to be clear, like, I don't say that at all, like, in this campaign. Like, when you
No,
read
no,
it,
I just wanted to state
I
it
know.
so that it can be heard and clipped and retweeted and signal boosted.
yeah.
Yeah,
This campaign, the reverse campaign.
yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the bit that I'm struggling with in my head, because the way I see it, if it's a proper reverse campaign, shouldn't the backers be giving you a book?
Pretty good, yeah.
Bravo.
I agree.
And no one should feel guilty for requesting a refund, Peppermint Space Capsule. That's
Thanks.
this is what one would call integrity.
Mm-hmm. Love that shit.
Looking
That's
at
good
you, Rob Hunter. Looking at you,
the-
Jimmy Reyes.
Billy, this is too
I
sincere. This
said
is
I said
too this
But
is
it's
too
okay to
sincere.
turn to
Like
Jesus, man.
let's get back to being sarcastic and ironic, so I can hide
Okay,
behind
yeah.
it. Don't be saying things like that. Oh, also, somewhere
thought
up
this
in the
was-
chat earlier, I saw someone imply that I was rich. That's funny.
Yeah.
He's rich.
Hmm.
He's a
Choice of Airbnb.
lefty in England. Obviously, he's rich. All the lefties are rich in England.
The champagne communist.
Yeah, champagne communist.
It's not champagne. Well Read Comics asks, can I get the digitals of what was produced? I can review it. No. We have the. You can have a digital copy of the Duryodhana Purana, which is from the Krishna Kids series, and it's already finished, and done. Those two. I say I could cut 2 issues. I still have to. No, not yet.
He's a
Like,
communist
it-
with a Gucci bag. Gotta get his kicks. Gotta have that swag.
I think what he means is they're not collated. Nothing's collated together yet.
Well,
So-
not properly. It's not finished. To
There's
suggest
no
that.
Snyder cut.
Yeah.
Just like Gulliver's Dune.
But I'll very happily send you the
What?
Duryodhana Purana
What?
to review, because it's the best. I think it's the best thing that I've ever made. I'd please take one of those. You can have one for free anyway, just for requesting a refund. Alex VRB says, I'm gonna feel guilty, but I'll still request one. That's funny. And as well, let's get to the why part, and then I can elaborate on some of those whys. I'm getting ahead of myself trying to answer people's questions. Okay, I'm ready. I'm
The
lined up.
story of why Krishna Kid has been declared cancelled starts surprisingly at a meeting in the office of the head teacher of the school at my what does that say? Adonis of an artist son was attending or whatever. She explained to me that despite being probably the smartest child in the history of the school, that he was wildly uncontrollable, that he would do whatever he wanted whenever he liked. If he didn't like the work he was given, he'd write his own harder work and do that instead. Sorry. That he would refuse to follow orders or whatever, that he would challenge authority when he didn't agree and then ask me to crush that. Oh, and then they asked me to crush that? Oh, wow. That's crazy. So naturally, I challenged their authority and refused to follow, orders or whatever. I did not like the work they had given me, so I decided to make my own harder work that, do that instead. So I liberated him from public school, and now he's, home educated or whatever. This is a long campaign to read.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This next part is the biggest block of it as well.
Yep.
When we get down to the terms and conditions, I'll gloss over them. People can read it themselves at that point.
The months that followed proved that I had made the correct decision at exactly the right time. Almost immediately, in every measurable metric, there were improvements or whatever across the board in every single department. Since then, our newly elected government has changed the rules to make it more like a difficult for parents to withdraw their children from public school or whatever. So the timing was pretty perfect. I have absolutely no regrets. Doing the right thing is like a never wrong or whatever. The issue now is that my free time had been drastically reduced to the 70-minute commute home from the mega evil corp plus Friday evenings, which were long reserved for criminally underrated YouTube show The Russian Troll Factory. I believed in myself though, and like I knew how amazing the Krishna kid story was or whatever. It would be challenging, sure, but I'd find a way to make it work.
Let me dip into the chat for a second. Alex VRB says...
Wasn't hydrated enough to read Kami March for an hour.
Sorry.
But no, it's okay.
Yeah, Alex VRB says, I'm going to feed this shit into an AI and have it produce a comic book and sell it. Perf Comic says, enough text for a whole comic. Probably. The number of words isn't what makes it hard. Oh, jeez, this part is a big chunk.
Ooh, I like this one. You merely adopted the class struggle. I was born in it.
Yeah, because so at that point when I took my son out of school, like it was like, oh, I'll find a way to juggle this as well. Like you know what it's like when you're the boss of the house. Everything that falls apart, like you have to like pick that thing up, like and carry that thing in it. Like that's what being
I
the
almost
boss
remember
is.
what it's like to be that optimistic in the beginning, though.
So the point that I'm making is I probably should have called it then, like but I believed in myself, like, and I really wanted to do it, like
Yep, that's
because
where you fucked up, man. Like, I'm saying that sarcastically.
Citizen Ronan says it's like I'm listening to a mirror or whatever. And the Crooked Painter says underrated, okay. Criminally though. Thinking face.
After everyone else had like gone to bed or whatever, I would snatch an hour or two here or there a couple nights a week, if I was lucky. Like I'd sit down, spend 45 minutes trying to decide which file was the most up-to-date version, trying to like figure out how far I'd gotten into editing that version and where I was up to. Then another 20 minutes just to get like into the groove, and before you knew it, bedtime or whatever. Building momentum was like a very difficult. On my previously fulfilled books, what I would do is cash in a bunch of my state mandated paid holiday days, and do a 40 to 60 hour, like a week solid, just grinding on the book.
Oh,
I thought
now
it was
we know what the book did get made.
I thought it was very funny that the American stumbled over the phrase state mandated holiday days. Like it made no sense, like in his brain, like what? Like the
You get to have what?
Holiday days, yeah. We did this a couple of times. Sorry. We did this a couple of times, and I really loved doing that stuff. like working directly over the shoulder of the artist or whatever, incredibly efficient and really a lot of fun. But even that didn't really work anymore or whatever, as I'd lost like 6 or 7 hours a day my son would have been at school. Using that time was impossible now. I'm gonna make this text
Yes.
bigger so it's easier to read for me.
Yeah, and other parents will understand that. Yeah, it is impossible to get anything done when you've got kiddos running around at home.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter how old the kiddos are either. Oh my god.
He's gone.
So like
Mark, may I-
oh
sorry,
okay.
can I
Yeah,
interject
please do.
very quickly? I think what you've actually done here is you've had your Moby Dick moment. You're no longer okay.
Yeah.
You're no longer chasing the great white whale. I think that's pretty much what's happened here. Would you agree? To use a literary reference.
Well, so someone asked me earlier
I feel
today.
like that literary reference is over the head of like 90% of comics. Not gonna lie.
So in Moby Dick, Captain Ahab's obsessed with chasing the
Yeah.
great white whale, and
Well, he wants to fuck a big white chick.
no, and
Really?
to the detriment of the entire crew and himself, they all lose their lives trying to chase down and capture and kill this whale. And it's the hubris of not realizing when your reach exceeds your grasp.
Yes, and I have to keep reminding myself of the shit, I've forgotten the words for it. I have to keep reminding myself about sunken cost fallacy and it. Like
Yes, I was gonna
I
say,
know that I've
uh,
spent a lot of money, like but that's not a reason to not stop. Like
No.
Man, Moby Dick was a hard
yes,
read.
and to your question, Jan,
Yeah.
someone asked me earlier about like, is there still going to be more not Daredevils, right? And one of the problems that what the bind that I'm in is that I can't like make something else like because because I was behind on Krishna Kid, like I had to do that. Like there's no excuse to like make another not Daredevil book. Like why aren't I working on that book? Do you know what I mean? Like but those not Daredevil books and Best Career, I made those myself. Like here by myself. Like that's like a manageable thing that I'll still be able to do because I can make a page in an hour and a half. Like there's no like this is what I need and sending it and waiting and then that comes back and then correction. Do you know what I mean? Like I will be able to go back to making those quote unquote meme comics. Like so to your point, like it doesn't mean that I'm giving up on making satire. Like that's my thing. Like I'm still gonna do that.
Yeah, no, that's not what I was saying. I was saying that you've realised that this is going to be this conversation and what you're doing now. We could have been another 5 years down the road,
Yes.
or another 3 years down the road, and to have that realization and the humility to do it is commendable. I would not many people would do that and start and be on a YouTube and saying this. To be honest with you, a lot of people would have just run away.
And we've seen that like a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Like, so you know. Billy, I hope that you went to get a little beverage then. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, no, you're right.
that's more
You're absolutely right, Jan. That I could, like, I could still, if people gave me like loads of money and said no, carry on, we want it, like it would still take another 2 years from where I am, like because I
Yeah.
still can't quit my job, like, and just do it in 3 months or whatever, which I shouldn't say. If I was able to, I could do it in 3 months, but you know what I mean. I would have a lot more time, except I wouldn't, because my son would be here all the time saying, oh, did you know that the capital of Albania is Tirana or whatever? I say, yeah, I do, yeah. Okay, should we move on? We got to this part, Billy, where it had become clear that my original plan.
Yep.
Oh,
Like I had
sorry,
become-
sorry. As soon as you started. I wanted to point out to this message in the chat before we move on. When I was saying earlier about someone in the chat accused me of being rich, Perth Comics said, you have a family, so you are rich. It's a lame,
Aw,
but
yeah.
Aw.
yeah. I agree. Really.
It had become clear that my original plan to split the Eye of Brahma saga into 3 separate 30-page floppies simply wasn't enough space to tell the story in the way that I wanted to tell or whatever. The page count for issue 1 blew up to over 60 pages. The whole thing was trending for 180 pages, double what I had originally promised or whatever. When preparing the campaign, I had planned out all the costs very carefully and had myself some margin for wiggle room, but we definitely wouldn't break even on the campaign now. But the Indian publishing deal, or a crowd-funded sequel, or something, there were options for after the campaign. We were already late or whatever when I made the call to double the page count or whatever. It was the right decision for the story, and I should have realized that much earlier. Or
And
whatever.
that's what I hate the most, is being confined to a page limit and having to make the story out to look good visually when you're confined. I hate that part the most. Page limits.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Yeah, you can just do like what we did on Goblin Girl. Every couple months, just add 3 or 4 more pages for over a 2-year period. So it goes from a 48-page book to a 74-page book.
Yeah. That's
That Merkmaid actually was going to be
Then just blame
should have been
Then just
even
blame
longer.
the colorist.
Yeah. Merkmaid should have been longer, but we couldn't afford it, and so I just had to kind of make the story work within X amount of pages, and so there was a lot of detail I couldn't tell in the story. So I know page limits suck, but pages are expensive.
pick
Yeah.
up pick up
And
the,
also, more pages, more postage
uh-huh.
Yep.
as well. That's the other side of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as well, the switch from 30 pages to 60 pages meant perfect bounding, which meant every page had to
Yeah.
be adjusted. It's constant bullshitty little bits like that in it that I'm talking about when I sit down. I'm like, oh, which page have I fixed? Do you know what I mean? Trying to measure it. Is that the? I'm sure I'm retarded and there's a better way. Or if I'd have acted sooner, I could have paid someone to do it. But the reality is that I just don't have the time. And then I want to come to this comment from Pick Up the Sword Studio. So sorry to hear about the project cancellation. It was very intriguing. Yeah, hopefully this will...
It was one of the most original, even though it was inspired by both Indian history and quite possibly one of the most beloved Japanese mangas of all time. It was one of the most original ideas that I had ever heard of when he first pitched the book. How I came onto the project was I had heard about the book on a live stream and was so incredibly excited about it that I basically like DM'd Mark and like forced my way into the project because like I want to be a part of this. I mean,
And
that's what happened.
that's how you're here right now on the show, and it like that's the origin
Yeah.
of it all. Like
Yeah.
it's an idea that no one put together. Like and it was naive of me to believe that I could retell the greatest story ever told in 30 pages. Like that was dumb.
The Bible.
It's a bit better than that. Aviator Surge
Over-
says, "I'm
Over
here."
time, though, the lack of momentum meant that, I was starting to slip further behind, trying to lay out the tracks in front of me while also trying to fix the ones we already laid. The chats with Vineet, the artist, or whatever, became much shorter and less frequent, and the progress on Krishna Kid was slow. Not through anyone's fault but my own. Everyone was waiting on me rather than the other way around. What had begun as a passion project, had over time faded into just a project. Working on Krishna Kid used to bring me happiness and joy. Now, just the thought of how much work there was left to do filled me with dread or whatever. I don't like feeling that way, and it's not particularly conducive to writing happy-go-lucky, magical Krishna boy. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
Pause.
And simply, I haven't been able to enjoy my life properly. See, look at him on Tatooine there, moisture farming, not enjoying his life. And you can tell just by the barren streets there, there's no power converters to be had in this picture.
He's not at Yoshi's station, is he?
Oh, man.
He's not bullseyeing
Yeah,
Womp
Womp rats, yeah. Jeez. Whoop-dee-dee. Ironically, the straw that broke the camel's back came while I was literally riding on a camel's back or whatever. With my son in the Sahara Desert. And I couldn't help but think to myself, I really should be working on Krishna Kid right now or whatever. Hosting Russian Troll Factory Friday nights at 10 p.m. GMT would fill me with anxiety that someone would ask for the progress update or say stop wasting your time on YouTube streaming or whatever. And that was difficult. The show was supposed to exist to show backers that I was still around and to promote the book more. I couldn't even enjoy little things watching. There was actually a like right there. I couldn't even enjoy little things watching a movie with my girlfriend without feeling guilty that I'm wasting time or whatever.
That's relatable.
The good people were waiting. They are expecting you to deliver this book that you promised. It was making it difficult to be present in the moment. My life is too heavy, and I need to put some stuff down. So I've made the difficult decision to cancel the book.
Okay, so I'm so glad that you read that instead of me. I'd have probably swelled up at some points because I'm gay. the part about on a camel's back, absolutely true. Like, there is nowhere on earth that I could be further away from my problems than in the middle of the Sahara Desert. Like, and it was still like weighing on me, and in this precious like moment in my family's life or whatever, like. And I'm not saying it for sympathy or anything. It's I want people to understand, right? Like people, other people have like run away from their campaigns without explaining themselves. Like and that's like not cool. Like not only because they should face some kind of like accountability for it, but because they're not sharing the lessons like for the other creators to learn. Do you know what I mean? Like we've seen like campaigns fail like not hundreds of times, tens of times, right? And every time that it happens, we all say, "Oh, why didn't you just put the money in like a separate account from your real life? Don't spend it on your bills. Don't like all of that stuff that we see every single time that people fail." I didn't do any. I did everything that we say to do in it. That's why now, at this point when we're this late, I can still say, "Here's everyone's money back." Like a lot of it's going to be very easy for people to frame this as a failure, which it is. Like but it's important for me to show to you, the backers, that your money is safe with me. Like that if it's late, like if I fail, like now, your money, you get your money back. Do you know what I mean? Like what I'm saying is
Yeah.
you
Like
I
people
didn't.
can trust you to back you again
Yeah.
when you're ready or when you've got a different project.
Yeah, Path Comics says, "That sucks, bro. I understand the pressure you put on yourself. Thank you." That's all that I want. Like, I don't need people to, like, gush sympathy or whatever. That's not what I'm doing. I just want people to understand. There was another line that I wanted to comment on. Oh, that it's not just here. It's not just this comic book. Like, this is transcending through my life, and it like that I'm fucking chopping everything away, like that I don't need, like because there's too much. It's not just this. Like, there's many things.
Oh, that's cute. And yes, I agree. Yes.
Tree Goblin says, "I hope this stream gives Liam Gray the balls to do the same for Boy Island." I couldn't possibly comment on that. But
Hey, who knows? Maybe it would give some creators, though, the confidence to admit when they've bitten off too much.
Yeah.
Just, you
Alex,
get it eventually. Bye.
Alex VRB says, "Frankly, this is the least grifty grift I've ever seen. I'm disappointed in you, Mark. You could have learned a thing or two from Andrew Huerta." Oh, yes, that's what I was going to get to. Talk among yourselves while I find this relevant thing to talk about. Where is it?
I had the perfect gift to go behind. This is what
You totally roboted for me.
looks
Right,
like the California wildfire.
Things are literally just catching on fire where I am. I'm like, it's like 24 degrees here. It's rather warm.
Arvid asked in the chat,
Which is about, what is it, WNO 3080?
That's from older
Andrew
school. Yeah.
Huerta was one of the best CG artists in what we might call CG year one
It was 2019, 2020. That was actually the very first crowdfunding book that I ever crowdfunded before I even knew what Comicsgate was. I backed it because I saw it on Instagram, and Andrew Huerta went on to be an illustrator at DreamWorks and
Yeah.
took all the money and went and fucked off.
It was to do Magic the Gathering art, as Perth Comics is
Did become-
confirming in the chat. But I think Bill, I don't know if it.
Because working at Wizards of the Coast isn't that great. But then went on to work at DreamWorks. Because like if you go to his art station now, like he has a bunch of stuff that he did for Dream. Like he's a DreamWorks illustrator now. Like so even better than Wizards of the Coast.
And
And he still took off with the money.
yeah, I want to say approximately $50,000, $40,000, something like that. Like, which was a
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a big amount.
Yeah.
Back in the day, back in the 70s, back when CG first started, that was a lot of money back then.
Yeah, it was. He was. I mean, you don't just get a job at Wizards of the Coast and then DreamWorks because you're pretty good. He was an exceptional artist.
He
Like I
was-
said, I backed it before even knowing what was going on over here, based off of art that I saw on Instagram. It was actually it was that book that got me kind of looking over here at that space.
Do you know that was such a long time ago? Everything was in black and white because we hadn't even invented color pencils.
Right?
Not color pencils.
okay, so
Yeah.
I
And
found
the art- yeah.
I found the thing that I was looking for, and I'm not calling this person out or anything. Like, but I'm going to show you a tweet. This is when when people have that discussion of how many books they're waiting for, right? So this is by Tail End Studios, and he says that he's waiting for Black Flag, Thomas Moyer, Caius, Blood and Stone, this whole list of books, and Krishna Kid, and it's like I do not want to be
Wait,
on
Door
this
Kickers?
list.
Is that Door Kickers?
That's what
Yep.
it says. Yes, there's a couple of ones on
but
here
this
that people are
is
saying,
not-
"Oh, this I think that fulfilled, bro." Like, but the point is, like, I don't want to be on these lists, and it like Andrew Huerta has, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
one of the top 3, like latest books. Like it's like however many years late.
Yeah, right there next to Shinobi Sasquatch.
Yeah, and I don't want to be held up as an example of how to fail that badly, like those books, right? Like my hope is that people won't remember the failure of Krishna Kid. Rather, they'll remember the refunding of Krishna Kid. Like that, people will learn the lesson that your money is safe with me. Like, and I will deliver, and if I don't, then you'll get your money back. Do you know what I mean? Like how it should be. Maromi also says that
Unfulfilled. Damn.
the Embrace 2 is only a few months late.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying this to call out any like specific books or whatever. The point is that I don't want to be on that list. Like, I would rather be known as the guy who gave everyone their money back than the guy who fucked off with everyone's money. Like, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing the right thing is never doing the wrong thing. Alright, where are we up to? So how can I get a refund? I'm going to take this part for you, Billy, because it's very basic. Step 1, receive the email. If you're a backer, you got an email from me, like with information, with the link to this website and the brief explainer cut out of this. But if you was a backer, you got that ahead of the update, that really vague update that didn't contain any real information. Step 2, reply to the email, right? When you reply to the email, it puts you on the list, and then I'll send you the refund request form. It just like has the most minimal amount of information that I need to confirm that you're the person. In fact, if you're replying to the email, like from the the account that's associated with Indiegogo, you're obviously the same person. Like you know what I was saying. So fill out the form, and then just wait, and then you'll get your refund, and then you get whatever free comics you chose that you wanted off the list. And then when you do get your refund, please like say I got my refund like publicly somewhere, just so I can point to them and say, look, the refunds are real. Like people are really getting their money back. And then I don't know what the rest of the steps are, but there's profit at the end somehow. I don't know. The terms and conditions are very simple. Number one, you must have backed the book. Like, you can't get a refund if you didn't back the book, obviously. Number two is that if you ordered one of the tiers that was like just the Duryodhana Purana, just the Duryodhana Purana and the manga, or some collection of older books that are made or something like that. Like if the perk that you ordered is completely fulfilled, then I'm already counting you as customer served or whatever. You got your thing. If you got a thing but not everything, so this is only really people in the UK. Everyone in the UK, I sent them their Duryodhana Puranas ahead of time because of feeling guilty about being so late. Like I wanted to give them something. The people in the UK, it cost me, I think, $185 per person to do it. Like, so it was nothing. Like it was just a thing. The point is, those people can still have a full refund. Like if you ordered a perk that had multiple things in and you received one or more of them, but not the entire perk, you can have a full refund if you want. You can do your own math and be like, oh, just give me 30 of the $35 or whatever, but that's up to you. And I'm not pressuring anyone to do that. That you must request the refund inside the 30-day refund campaign, which we will extend to 60 days when we get to 30 days, for the double spike in the algorithm or whatever. Classic stuff. And all refunds are through PayPal. I'm not doing anything more complicated than that. It's a one-stop shop. So one of the reasons why... So I couldn't just email Indiegogo and say, refund everyone, please. Because obviously they don't have the money. I have the money, right? And I can't just type into PayPal everyone's... the email addresses that they use on Indiegogo and send them money on PayPal to that email address. Because I know that, for me, those two things do not match. Like, if someone sent me money to that account, I would never be able to access it, and they might as well have just kept it. So, that's why. And as proof, the very first person who I refunded today had a different PayPal account to their Indiegogo account, email address. So, that's why it has to... why I can't just automatically do it. It's why it's important to make as big a scene as possible so as many people know that all they have to do is find the email in their inbox and reply to it, and the process of refunding will begin. Should we have a look at the tiers next? There's only actually 3 of them. I just repeated them infinitely, so it would reach the top.
Go on then.
The first tier is get a full Krishna Kid refund, which will cost you $0. Eligible comrades may reclaim the full amount they contributed to Krishna Kid campaign, no questions asked, except for the few questions in the form. Included items is you get your money back, and it's one less late comic to worry about. You'll get your refund within 30-ish days. Like, I've got to do them all manually myself, so it's going to take a while. Free commentary at Comics for Comrades. Comrades who supported Krishna Kid on Indiegogo will get access to the entire Comic Market back catalogue free of charge. Like, on the refund request form, it's very simple. It's got a list. You tick the ones that you want me to send you, and I'll send them to you. You may already have them all, though, if you're a completionist. And then you get the free struggle session super chat as well, which is a comment box on the form where you can write whatever horrible things that you want to say, and I'll read them out for you. That's those. I'm just reading the chat, sorry. Puff Comic says, I got a full refund from not backing the campaign. Victor Shade says, it's a trap. He put me on a list. Now there's black vans circling my block. Willie says, too many steps. Keep my money, you commie. Hail, whatever. Thanks, I guess.
It's all matter, innit?
Yeah, it is all matter. Puff Comic says he has 0 PayPal. Oh, but he didn't back it, did he? He said that already. No PayPal, no refund. 2 PayPals. 2 refunds. That's funny. Scotsman says, this is really sad. The art was really good. Looked like a fun story. It was. Like, I am... I wouldn't say that I'm sad. I'm saddened. Like, it's been... Since I made the call, like, a couple of weeks ago, when I started, like, making the campaign and that, just making the decision made me feel better, like, in my life, and it, like, felt like the weight come off. Like, just at the very electrical impulse in my brain, like, for that split second. And then when I spoke to Vinny, like, I was so, like, scared about doing that because, he's given me everything for the whole time. He's delivered me more than we ever agreed. Obviously, I've paid him more than we ever agreed. Like, but, like, we've been on this journey together. This is his, like, job. This is his main source of income. Like, that I've had to, call time on it because we're rapidly approaching the point where so I'm saying we have the money, like, separately, but if we was to carry on past this, much further past this point, and we're not at a hard line, much further, then we might have to start using that money. I didn't want that to happen, so I'm just gonna give it back instead. The Crooked Painter says, is there enough space in the super chat for a modest manifesto? I don't know what the character limit is on it. Like, I set it to large paragraph, whatever that is. Aviator Search says, original artist went to uni but couldn't find a replacement. So we had an artist that worked on it previously before the campaign. Then I got a new artist who is the one that's been working on it the whole time. Like, that he's never been a problem. Like, Vinny has been perfect in every way. Like, it's totally me that fucked it, not him. And it's nobody else's fault but my own. We might see people try and spin this, like, to say that I'm blaming other people or something, but definitely not. It's me. Citizen Ronin says, all kidding aside, you're a good egg, Mark. Thank you. Grim Jim 666 says, do you have something else that you want to do? I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if he was here, like that I am going to be able, like the time restrictions that I've got, I can operate inside of them on a smaller thing. Like if I do a not Daredevil or another like a best career, but so the difference in my skill at doing like these memes and stuff between when best career came out and now, like I think I could make something really great like that. But what I really need for now is to just put this down, like and then I'll have some kind of an amuse bouche or whatever, and then maybe look at what can I cut out of it. Maybe I really want to do a Duryodhana Purana too. Like that's a tragedy in it, and I wrote it when the original artist left the project because I was feeling like shitty and stuff. So it was really easy to write. Like it flew out of me. I think I could write I could probably write a really good sequel to that. Like this. Oh yeah, hello Dilla Draws. Welcome. Okay. We looked at it all, didn't we? I think. Oh, and this meme as well. Nothing could possibly go wrong. And then. Oh no, it went wrong.
Oh no.
Put your face on it as well.
Yeah, that's me.
Sad.
Where did that go? That I was gonna click on. Yeah, here it is. GrimGem666 says I recharge, regroup. They'll be all right. Yeah, like and you know, let's do some closure, like on this. Have a little rest, and then we'll crack on with something new. Like I have no intention of stepping away from being a creative. Like I'm still gonna be doing stuff. In fact, now, like I don't have to hide as much as I felt like I had to before. Now my voice is gonna be freer. In the it's difficult to slag off something that I don't like when my own book is like super late or whatever. Like that's gonna be liberating, like in itself. You know what I mean. What time are we on? Are we like super over? It's
Yeah, almost midnight.
already. Does anyone have anything that they want to add, or any questions like that haven't been answered by this? Not just on the panel, in the chat as well. I think I did a thorough job, but I'm sure there's stuff that I missed.
I can't think of anything. I think you've explained the reasons why. You've explained the reason of the way for people to refund. You've spoken to people about your passion still there. It's just you've literally you've realised that to complete this is beyond the capabilities that you have currently. And you've owned up to it, and you've made allowances for future projects.
It's stopping because you want to touch it.
Yeah, let's
I'm just
see.
sad.
Yeah, like, so that's the thing that I was going to say earlier. Like, I wouldn't say that I'm sad. I'm saddened. Like, I actually feel really great. Like, this is the best that I've felt for a year or something, knowing that, I'm taking the weight off or whatever. So it would be a lie to say that I'm sad about it. But I am definitely saddened. Like, it was my baby for a long time. You know what I'm saying. Path Comic says, go enjoy a stress-free
I'm the one that
movie
is
with your
sad.
girlfriend.
Can you give me a wrench in chat, please?
I'm not even sure if I have it open. Yes, let me find you. Uno momento. Oh shit. Oh wow. Tatsu-sama donated 50 Swiss francs, which is great. It was so great that it crashed
Send the artist
OBS.
some bit of money.
Is everyone back now?
$50.
Wow.
50.
I hope. Okay. 50 Swiss francs from Tatsusama that broke the entire stream. Said, send the artist some beer money. It's very kind of you. I will send him some beer money. What was I going to? What did you ask me, Billy? I've forgotten. Yeah, Billy. I think. Can anyone hear me?
Sorry, I'm just trying to put a link.
We were
Okay,
trying to tell you.
I've
I
done it.
think we should
Oh,
start again. Should we just go back to the start?
Yeah.
okay, Billy. I have made
Oh,
you a mod
no.
now. I don't know what happened just then. On my end, everything went retarded when Tatsu sent that super chat. I look forward to watching it in the replay to find out what the fuck actually came through on the other end.
The Matrix attack.
So yes, Billy, I made you a moderator on the channel so you can share any links or whatever. Victor Shade says, oh, I should read this again just in case. Tatsusama for 50 Swiss francs says, send the artist some beer money. I will, and I'll tell him it's from you. It's very kind. Victor Shade says, I'm glad you're getting some relief from the stress of trying to fulfill the campaign. I look forward to more content from you. Thank you. And to be fair, the response that I've had so far has mostly been like that, of people saying that, okay, better luck next time, or whatever. Like, the amount of attacks or whatever has been way under what I expected, so that's great.
No, it's probably because you're not making up excuses and running off.
Yeah. So in our private chat, just so everyone knows, so there's already like tweets going out or posts going out on X of people trying to maybe dunk on Mark for this, and I was in the background replying to some of the people in those threads that like Mark isn't running off with the money. He's making good.
Yeah, I saw some of that.
Yeah. So
Okay, well, share them in.
Joe, fans of Krishna Kid, if you're a backer, if you could please, if you see anybody out there spreading misinformation about it, please do us a solid and at least reply that like the truth that Mark is giving refunds and maybe direct them to how they can get that.
No, so what I want to add is anyone who isn't a backer, it doesn't really matter. Like, don't fight with people.
I'm still not a Grinch. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
Okay. Yes, Billy. We'll look at all of the. We'll do like a proper struggle session next week. Like, and we'll go over. Anyone watching, send me anything that you see. Like, for the next week, and that's the show next week. Like, we'll just go over all of that.
I've had a slightly different perspective change on this, Mark, and I think you're like what my viewpoint on this is now.
Go on.
What you've actually offered people is a 900-day free trial of That's what you've offered them. A 900-day free trial of crowdfunding. not cost them anything. They've had all the excitement, all the excitement of crowdfunding. Not cost them a penny.
It's pretty awesome.
I do
Yeah.
like that. That's very good.
Adobe doesn't do that, do they?
So
Oh God.
this website that I made, the link to which I will share like after the show on Twitter. I made this in Microsoft Front Page 2003, like because it was the only
Wow.
thing that I knew of that had the functionality that I needed, where it's put HTML on one thing and then it instantly like gives you a preview and then you can go back like and and flick between the two very easily.
Yeah.
But when I I downloaded a free trial of it, right? And it's a 40-day trial. I downloaded it and it said, you think you're clever setting your clock to 2025. Click this button so we can confirm like that's the real date. Like, because it's front page 2003. Like, that's funny. I thought I was trying to hack around like the free trial to get it for infinity or whatever. Okay. I think that we're basically done. Like, unless anyone has anything that they want to add. Shifter says, Commissar Mark is an industry leader. Well done. I just like doing things that other people haven't thought of yet. Billy, I did give you a wrench. Okay.
Is it coming?
It's still not showing up as window.
You have
No,
to get
you
a
can-
refund for it.
You
Billy.
give Tatsu Sama, who didn't have a wrench before, that a wrench.
Oh,
But
for real.
yeah,
Billy, you got to send him an email, give him your PayPal details, and then you'll get a wrench.
Yeah.
yeah.
Tatsu Sama says you're going to stream next week. That's the plan. I'm confident that there's going to be enough of a response to the Great Refund campaign that we'll have content for the 30/60 days, like that we're going to be open.
Can you try that one more time, just so I can try to drop that proper link in the chat?
The last time that I did it was the same moment that the show spazzed out at my end. But yes, I shall try again right now
Well,
for you.
we're at the end, so.
No, it's already like going too slow. Yana disappeared off my screen and everything. We'll just
He's
put
looking very.
we'll put the link in the comments
Yeah,
under
yeah.
the show and in the description and stuff now that it's out there. Jan, did you
or whatever.
yeah, so does anyone have anything they want to add?
Yes.
Oh, did you write a poem? Sorry, I couldn't tell.
No, I didn't know you wanted a poem.
I didn't really. Well, I mean, obviously I did, but I didn't ask you to write one, so why would you write one? Obviously.
And
Okay.
it's been 3 months I've done that, so I need to get back into the habit of it.
Next week. We'll do it next week. Okay. That's the end, everyone. Goodbye.